Blood circulation. Blood circulation in human can be divided into three main pathways, which are systemic circulation, pulmonary circulation, hepatic portal circulation. Pulmonary circulation. It starts from the right ventricle and ends in the left atrium, and it takes place as follows: when the right ventricle contracts, the tricuspid valve closes the opening of the right atrium. The deoxygenated blood rushes through the pulmonary artery, and the pulmonary, semi-lunar, valve prevents the backflow of blood to the right ventricle. The pulmonary artery gives rise to two branches, a branch in each lung, where each branch of them branches in its tissues to form several arterioles which end with blood capillaries spread around the alveoli. The exchange of gases takes place, where carbon dioxide gas and water vapor diffuse from the blood, and oxygen gas will move towards the blood. So, the blood becomes oxygenated. The oxygenated blood returns from the two lungs through four pulmonary veins, two veins from each lung, to open into the left atrium. Right ventricle deoxygenated blood, pulmonary artery, two lungs oxygenated blood, pulmonary veins, left atrium. At the end of the pulmonary circulation, the walls of the left atrium contract, pushing the blood to the left ventricle, and the bicuspid valve prevents the backflow of blood to the left atrium. Second, systemic circulation. It starts from the left ventricle and ends in the right atrium, and it takes place as follows. The left ventricle contracts after being filled with the oxygenated blood, so that the bicuspid mitral valve closes the opening of the left atrium. Blood will rush to the aorta, and the aortic, semi-lunar, valve prevents the backflow of blood to the left ventricle. Aorta gives rise to several arteries, where some of them move to the upper part of the body, while the others go to the lower part. Then, arteries branch to form smaller and smaller arterioles which end by the blood capillaries that spread through the tissues among the cells, transporting oxygen, water and dissolved food substances from blood to them. Products of catabolism, such as carbon dioxide gas, resulting from the blood capillaries, gather to give rise to a larger and larger blood vessels, which are veins. Veins pour the deoxygenated blood into the superior and inferior venae cavae, which pour the blood into the right atrium. At the end of the systemic circulation, the walls of the right atrium contract, when it is filled with blood, pushing the deoxygenated blood to the right ventricle, and the tricuspid valve prevents the return back of blood to the right atrium. The contraction of the right side of heart occurs at the same time of the left side contraction. Therefore, pumping the deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle and pumping the oxygenated blood from the left ventricle take place at the same time. Third, hepatic portal circulation. It starts from the blood capillaries of the small intestine villi and ends by the blood capillaries inside the liver, and it takes place as follows. The small intestines villi absorb glucose and amino acids, which are transported to the blood capillaries that are present inside the villi. These blood capillaries aggregate into larger and larger veins, and finally they pour their contents into the hepatic portal vein, which is connected with veins from the spleen, pancreas and stomach. The hepatic portal vein branches into venules, it enters into the liver, which end with minute blood capillaries. Through their walls the excess food substances which exceed the body needs are filtered and passed to the liver. Lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is considered the immune system of the body, due to its defensive ability, where it produces the antibodies that are responsible for providing the body its immunity. The spleen is considered one of the most important lymphatic organs in the body. The lymphatic system consists of lymph. It is a fluid that is filtered from the blood plasma during its passage through the blood capillaries. It contains nearly most of the plasma constituents, in addition to a large number of leukocytes, WBCs. 2 lymphatic capillaries, vessels. They work on collecting the lymph to return it into the circulatory system through the superior vena cava. Filled circle lymphatic